This is a VS. Remember, we just talked about that. That's all emptied. That was some, can you see all the trash down there? There's tons of trash, tons of trash. I got this a little bit fuller up, and I took some of the ones that were in here out because I kind of wanted that a little bit better quality, and I had the bill to. And we got a big bucket of chunks and hunks. That was, I don't like ash wood, and that's ash. And ash to me is just about close to trash, and this was trash ash. So that's what's going on. I'm going to probably just leave that there tonight. It should stay. Leave this here tonight. It should stay. Because I just don't, I'm wore out. That's bonfire wood over there. I think I'm going to finish, I'm going to get a few rounds of that. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 2 rounds of that, cut them up into little stuff and put them up in the greenhouse and see how long it takes to dry. I got a feeling, I got one scale up there that can, the wood that's on it's done. So we'll take those 2 center ones. Nah, we'll take those. Those are closer together, wouldn't dry out in between. I think that's what I'm going to do next, is take those 2 center ones and just kind of have fun tomorrow. One of the things. And get a little further cleaned up. Put the saws away and all that kind of nonsense. Call it a wrap for tonight. So that's your 1.5 minute update. See you guys. Bye-bye. Hi guys, we're in the greenhouse. This wood here was one big dead round. I have to look at the date on it here. We're at 100 there and 35 there. This is just kind of an update because I'm pulling that off the scale to put some more wood on there. And it started in 525 of 24, and now we're 526 of 25. It went from 141 down to 135. Well, that sure the heck ain't right. There must be another, I must have started it earlier. Yeah, here it is. One oak round. Maybe I started earlier than that. I'm not doing a very good job. 2 of 24, 1 of 24. I had to figure this out. But it's done drying. Way done drying. It's down to 135. It's lost 5 pounds since in a year. No, it's lost 4 pounds. I don't know. I can't think. It's too early in the morning. I'm out before I normally get out. That's some cherry wood that I dried. This is the 2 big rounds. I'm trying to write down better because I'm getting so crappy at it. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hi guys, it's just a quick update. I told you I was going to pull these 2 rounds out. There's these 2 right here. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to roll them in here. And we're going to see what it takes. See how much they weigh. Check a moisture content on them. Then take them up, put them in the greenhouse for more drying experience. I don't normally roll rounds in here like this because when you get over to the table, they roll out. I guess you didn't even see it going into the bucket. Oh, maybe you did. No, you didn't. There they are. I normally don't roll them in like that. I stand them up, but I'll have to throw these out once. That won't count, but hopefully it'll keep it from rolling out when I set it down, and maybe find another piece of trash here that I can. That's why I don't stand them up. Or that's why I stand them up, because then they don't roll. When they roll, you don't have control. When they're stood up, you got control. So we're going to meet you over at the wood splitter. It's kind of early for me. It's before noon on Memorial Day. Beautiful day. We'll see you in a bit. Hi guys, welcome to Freak Jeep. My name's John. We're just playing around today for a couple reasons. Number one, it's before I got to be down here to be in that screen. It's before 12 o'clock and I'm not awake yet. You know I don't wake up, and I've already done some other stuff up in the greenhouse, played around, done this and done that. Beautiful weekend. Just crushed that too when I came down. I have to change that. Anyhow, this wood are the 2 that I said that I'm going to split and take up to the greenhouse to see how long takes to dry. I have some in there now. You guys are in charge of checking how long you think it's going to take to, well, not how long it's going to take, how much you think they weigh. And based on the last two, I'm guessing these are at about 280 to 290 pounds. That's my guess. So we're going to take it up there and put it on another scale and move some of the wood that's up there into another place. We got to move wood today, which is kind of just more for fun or goofing around, or this will kind of let me know when the wood that I'm splitting in the last few days will be dry. So put on your ears. We're going to pull these out. I got this one here, I went out first. And this we'll put in a nice stack of wood over here. That's a good piece. We'll roll it out. I need to work on my pickaroon. The head's getting loose. I had to do it once before. So how much you think this thing weighs? It's heavy. So I'm just going to I'm going to make these your guys' size, I think. All right, let's go. Choke the engine. Yeah. Oh, turn the switch on. Goes up to 44, 45. outside of that was really dry, punky. So that I'd have to, I think it's probably going to be a little bit lighter than I thought. That didn't take but 10 minutes. Now we're going up the greenhouse. We're going to start stacking it. So we'll meet you up there, guys. Bye-bye. Hi guys, you've been here before. That's the white oak that I'm going to take out of there and put in that side of the bucket there, and then I'm going to bring that and put it on that scale. Now I did a video before this, which I'll probably put on after this. That was a white oak that was 1 round. I got to figure out how much it weighed, and I'll probably try to get back to you. That's the last 2 round thing we did. I'll show you what that's weighing now just for an update. I'll put you out here for a little bit, but not very long. We're in the greenhouse. I got some more homework for you guys. Let's see. I think you can kind of see what's going on. I started to pile it off to the side down there. I'll get to that in a minute. Except for why I didn't was I didn't see any point stacking the side and then have to restack it. So that just didn't pan out too good in my mind. But these here I had set, this might be a couple years now. Look at, a couple years now. I don't remember. I'll have to go back and kind of look at the dates. Oh, I was going to show you the scales. 135 is what it weighs. Alright, I'm going to bring you back after I get a little further along. I do time whatever they call it, fast time or something like that, but I don't know how to do that. So I'll just bring you back in a little while. No point in watching me paint dry, you know. Alright, this is a 30 or minute update. We are empty here, 0 there, 0 there, not that it makes any difference. And see this wood? I know this wood's been in there for over a year. I was watching one guy on YouTube and he says, yeah, you can always tell when your wood's dry because it gets gray. This wood here is gray. This was because you can even see the metal in it there. This wood here is gray because of metal. It's not because, and that's why I didn't saw it on the sawmill. That's white oak there. This is where we're going in there. It's water that makes your wood turn gray. It's not aged. It's water on it, moisture, whether it's even condensate or whatever. It's anyhow, that's what it is. Well, I'm going to start bringing some wood in here, and it takes a long time to stack it up because you got to make it fairly level on the way up, because if you don't start, then you're basically screwed. Just to put it bluntly, you'll never get that high. So you got a lot of comments. How much is it going to weigh? How long is it going to take to go down? We're going to weigh it, try to weigh it once a week and give you a 30-second update. So I'm going to try to do better at writing it down and putting, I put dates down, but I didn't put the year down, and I got to figure out what that when I started that white oak. So a lot of stuff to do. Be back in a little bit when I get stacking. We'll see you. Bye. Well, I told you I'd bring you back in a little bit. This stack is approximately, well, we're 18 inches wide on that one. That one's 17. That one's 17 and a half. That one's 17 and 3/4. That one's 18. That one's 18. So let's just say 17 and a half. The width, I gotta catch it. That's 23. That row there's 23. That row there's 21 and a half. This row's 22 and a half. This row's 22 and a half. 22. And then it kind of gets any way you can get it up in this section. The height of it is, can't get on the bottom of the scale. I gotta hold it with my foot. Kind of go around the bend there. The total height is 52. So you guys can figure out how much wood that is. That's spaced very airy. Same as if you were throwing your wood in a pile. Now let's see how much it weighs. It kind of amazed me. I have 300 pounds of weight on there right now. It's going to be hard for you guys to see. I know that. Everything I do is hard for you guys to see. All right. We have the 200-pound weight on there. You can see 200 pounds. You can see the 100 pounds. So we're up to 300 pounds now. Now we got to start sliding this thing back. I don't know if you can see that. All right, there we hit something. 3. All right, she's balancing out right there at, let's go 335. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. There's 335. Let's see where it comes. It's doing pretty good. I don't know if you can, I'll take you off. All right, it's, no, it's touching up there. So it's a little, we'll go to 336. That's 336. Yeah, that's up. 336 is, so we're going to start at 336. 336. All right, now we're going to go over to the, try to write it down and keep track of it better than I do piece of paper. I don't know what today's date is. I think it's the, pretty sure it's the 26th. So, let's see where we're at. Oh, that was that one big round I took out. It's down to 135. That's some cherry wood that I dried. That's some cherry wood that I dried. That's already gone. Little pieces. That's some more that I dried. This is the 2 oak rounds that we started at before. Okay, it started at 228.25, at 297.95, and now at 5. So we're 3 to 4, 4 to 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Is that 3 months? I can't figure it out. You guys tell me. 228 to 328 to 428 to 528, basically. We're going to say it's 528. It's actually 526, 25, and I don't remember what it was. 217. 216. 216. I hope you can see that. 216. So it's basically done drying. See, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere since then. It's 216, but we'll leave it in there. We'll keep going down. Pages in this book have all faded away to nothing. All right, we're going to start here. We're going to say it's Memorial Day. M-Day. Kind of a shaky thing, day. So what is today? It's Monday. And I think it's 5/26/25. And I forget what I said. 336. So it's 336, and we're at that. So we're at 5/26/25. All right. I guess those were a little heavier than I thought. I thought they were going to be light. Now you guys can calculate how much it is. Now here's the next question for you. I'm giving you guys all sorts of homework. Okay, that'll basically tell me when my wood is dry, or that's how I feel. And I know in this greenhouse it gets warm. Okay, it's running. I think I got the fan set on like 100 degrees. So the fan comes on at 100 degrees. Right now, while the fan's not going, it'll go up to 100 degrees, and there is no movement in here. If it was outside, I'd have movement around the air. If it's a cloudy day, there's no air going through here. At nighttime, there's no air going through here. So a lot of people say you got to have wind to dry your wood. Some people say you got to have heat to dry your wood. Best is probably both. But as far as this inside here compared to outside, which do you think is better? Outside, where you're going to get wind all the time, but you're going to get more moisture out there. Okay, and here you're going to get no moisture other than hot to cold condensate, which on wood I don't think you get that too much. And as the temperature changes with hot to cold, you don't get as much condensate. In other words, if you take a drink out of the refrigerator and you sit it on the counter, it's going to condensate real quick. But if you put that drink outside and it just gradually, the temperature changes, you won't get any condensate. So now you might do better in here if this was an air conditioned room, or if I put a dehumidifier in here at night. I don't know. It would probably do better if I put a fan on it, but I'm not putting a fan on it. But what do you think's better, inside or outside? Covered up or not covered up? And like I said to one guy, I don't want to say he's wrong, because everybody means well, and I'm not gonna. I think I told him I believe it's the moisture that's drying the wood out. Some of this wood has been in here for, well, this wood's been in here since I cut it. I don't remember when I cut it. That's poplar. That other wood, I don't know. You guys see what it is. I'm just blah, 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 and on. So anyhow, did you guess how much that wood was going to weigh? I guessed 180 to 190, and I was way off. Now I know why I'm wrestling those around so much. And what do you think that wood's going to be at in 3 months from now? Okay, you got the other statistics, now you got these statistics, but there's one thing you got to remember. The humidity in the summertime is a lot higher than the humidity in the wintertime. We just went through winter where the humidity is extremely low, and I think that's what really knocks the moisture out of the wood. I think wood dries better in the humidity in the winter. So we'll see you guys later. We're going back down and split the rest of those rounds, try to finish those 2 bins up. No, I take it back. Take it back. We're going to go stack that wood. So I'll bring you along. We'll stack that wood. I'll show you where I'm going to stack it, but that's going to be a quickie. We'll see you. Bye-bye. Well, guys, I'm about ready to put that into my emergency wood supply. If you don't know, I got what's called emergency wood supply. That means if it's so muddy out there, I can't get the machinery around because it's too muddy, or there's 8 foot of snow. I don't think that's going to happen. Then I have this wood here. There's enough wood in here to last me. I think there's 4.5, 5 cords in here. I don't really recall. I used to know. Let's say there's 5 cords of wood in here. That's good for 1. In the winter time when it's cold, I average cord a week. So that lets you know I got 5 weeks of wood in here. Now I try not to use this, but every now and then I get lazy and I grab this. And this could be some little stuff here. This is not particular boiler wood here. This is kind of, what other wood? Anyhow, I'm going to finish stacking that up, and then I'm going to go split some of those heavier than I thought wood rounds. That's a quick minute update. We'll see you now. Bye-bye. Guys, look at this tree. Isn't it beautiful? There's only one problem with it. It ain't no little tree. It's on the ground. Well, there's 2 problems with it. Number 1, it's on the ground. I'll show you the next problem in a minute. It's a nice oak tree. Was. I'm gonna bring the red thing over. We're over at my neighbor's house, and we're gonna start gnawing on that thing. I don't know, maybe tonight, tomorrow night or something. I'm not quite sure. But I'm gonna bring the red thing over. Probably take this one out first, access me to some of that upper stuff up there, and keeps me away from it. But here's what I can kind of consider, and he's thinking also. You see this? That ain't oak leaves, buddy. That ain't oak leaves. That's gonna make you itch leaves. So I think, and I get that pretty bad. Now look at this. The whole thing split. It's 4 foot in diameter here, or somewhere right around there. That's the poison ivy run there. Hopefully we can grab a hold of that and just start pulling, it might all come off. This thing exploded. Now can you see I'm looking up at the root ball. It's probably 10 feet high. And I don't think you want to go underneath there. That's like the ultimate mouse trap. But it didn't have a taproot, which is, I guess, unfortunate. This is poison ivy also. So this is a poison ivy heaven here. Look at this. Ain't no saw log there, buddy. Ain't no saw log there. Look at that. And from the looks of it, it wasn't going to be a real nice, because it's just, even though that's in the center, that's out at the edge, there's a lot of inclusions in that. I think the way this split, it might I don't know, that's not a ring shank bust. But you can't see it. I gotta watch out for that. I almost hit that. That's poison ivy. Anyhow, we'll bring the red beast over here and we can, you know, start with the small stuff and work our way up to get the stuff over your head out. I think I can sneak it through over here and get this beast cut up for him. Bring some equipment up here. He can have all the little stuff. Don't need the little stuff. Then it gets down, like I said. Oh, look at that. I got a feeling if you get that on a band mill, that would be probably a pretty nice, but that's probably 4 foot from here down. Whew, the poison ivy is the killer though. The poison ivy is the thing that have to wear your monkey suit, gloves, eye protection, all sorts of crap when you're around this. And that. And see, I go through my woods ever since I've been here. I go through my woods. I used to go through there every winter, and if I saw a poison ivy vine like that, I would chop it so it would die. And I've done it on other trees. Whew. That's a lot of tree, guys. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye. Hi, guys. I'm gonna give up. It's raining again. It rained yesterday. It's already rained 1/3 of an inch today. And next week it'll probably be the Mojave Desert here. It'll probably be so dry you won't be able to do nothing. And 95, 98, 100 degrees. According to the weatherman, this has been the wettest May on record. And I got a feeling he might be right. They finally made one thing right. Anyway, this is why you're getting so many wood splitting videos. We'll see you. Bye-bye.